My life fell apart. Here's how I built a happier one. Ever feel like life is secretly trolling you with back to back disasters, or like life keeps kicking you when you're already down? If you said yes, yeah, me too. Now, what if I told you that happiness, like true, resilient, soul fed joy, is something you can practice and can choose at any time? I'm going to share with you a way to choose happiness, not as a fleeting mood, but as a way of being. Hey, friends and befriended strangers. I'm the Knowledge Alchemist from the Happiness Department, and today we're going to do something a little different from what we will be doing on this channel. I'm taking you behind the curtain into the real story. Not the polished social media approved version of life, but the raw, messy, and enlightenment riddled path that led me here to becoming a happy and joyful being, which is what this series is about. Becoming a happy and joyful being. We are going to be venturing down a number of themes on this YouTube channel. Becoming a happy and joyful being is just one of them. And in case you're wondering, so why should you listen to a big, somewhat bearded guy in a hoodie talk about happiness? Well, it's because my understanding of it wasn't born in a yoga retreat or from just being well read. It was forged in chaos. And this true, genuine happiness is not despite the chaos, but at times because of it. To digress, you'll hear me say true happiness and genuine happiness a lot. That's not a meaningless addition. It's because the idea of happiness has been watered down, turned into a cliche, and sold to us in 1,000 different 5 easy step packages, making it feel fragile and temporary. But come on, happiness isn't just giggles and gratitude journals, and it's not a spa day or a perfect morning routine. It is a learnable skill, a way of being, and it starts with choosing how we meet life's mess. Which leads me to life's plot twist that became our catalysts. Here's the highlight reel that life never asked me to sign off on. My wife, Sarah, stopped at a red light, gets rear ended by a distracted driver. Traumatic brain injury, years of recovery in a dark room from when our children were just like 3 and 5. A decade of darkness, both literally and emotionally. I became dad and mom to them and was Sarah's full time caregiver, waking her up to feed her, helping her to the bathroom, finally learning how she liked her coffee. It was a very khaki colored at the time. And then me. It built up all the pressure and became the straw that broke my back. Literally, I broke my back lifting my son, who was 8 years old at the time. Autoimmune conditions I didn't know about had stacked with the stress and then detonated and brought me to my knees. Again, literally. And yet I still had to parent, caregive, work, and survive. I would crawl down our stairs to our car, limp into our studio, and even do photo shoots, leaning against the wall when possible, working as I could to keep our family afloat. 8 years later, Sarah had mostly recovered. Things were just starting to feel stable, and Sarah was even just starting to drive again. She was able to drive for almost 3 months. And then another car accident that Sarah and I were both in as someone jumped the lanes and T boned us, leaving us unable to do our previous work. Sarah's waited more than 3 years for surgery to her rotator cuff tears and such, which will be finally happening next year. So, yay, celebrate that. Oh, I skipped that we were driving in Victoria and Vancouver Island. We had just gone to custom make my Unshakable hat, representing our Unshakable Foundation program we designed for our one on one clients that we coached. So, yeah, if you're declaring to the universe you're unshakable, it may just test you and ask, yeah, but are you? Then, because yes, there is more, we made a cross country move where we lost 90% of our material possessions in a moving truck accident. It was like an outtake from a Michael Bay movie. No explosions, though, just some heartbreak and obliterated moving containers. They actually brought us the debris to sort through, which is how we found the starter to our barbecue, just with no barbecue. I smiled through all of it. Actually, that's an exaggeration. I didn't even smile through most of it, but I did smile through a lot of it. Not because I'm made of sunshine and positive affirmations, but because I realized I had two choices, basically laugh or cry. And then thinking of it as break or build, collapse or create. So I chose to build slowly, imperfectly, but on purpose. We call it OMMS, a name we got from my own heroic coach, but a concept we lived for a long time prior to knowing the term. OMMS stands for Obstacles Make Me Stronger. And while it's a great t shirt slogan, it's better as a practice. Show it, don't just wear it, right? OMMS is made up from philosophy, psychology, and like 473 moments of screaming into a pillow or throwing grown up hissy fits, which I'm sure look pretty funny from the outside. As a quick sidebar, have you met the word felicity? I love this. Aside from being used as a name, it means blissful calm, intense happiness, refinement, and well being all rolled into one. Felicity is about performative glee, more about peace with purpose or contentment with moxie. It is flourishing. I'll stop digressing. While this story is about me, the tools we discovered, learned, and used are more universal, and they are the foundation for most of what we teach at the happiness department, particularly moxie, joy, and grit, as well as acceptance and love. You see, through all of that, I learned to smile. Not a fake, everything is fine smile, a different kind, a smile at the absurdity of it all. A smile when a dark thought tried to take over, almost as if to say, haha, nice try, I see you, but you don't get to drive. And so here's the principle I want to share with you today. True happiness isn't the absence of hardship, it's the presence of a framework strong enough to hold it. It's about finding light in the darkest corners and choosing to live with purpose and gratitude for what you do have, no matter how small it feels. The evidence for this isn't a lab study, it's the wisdom passed down for millennia. It's the writings of Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Aristotle, and luminaries like Ralph Waldo Emerson and Viktor Frankl, who taught that we don't control what happens to us, only how we respond. It's what modern thinkers call anti-fragility, or what we call resiliency 2.0. The idea isn't just to bounce back from challenges, it's to let the challenges make you stronger. The OMMS, right? Obstacles make me stronger. That's how every trial became an opportunity to refine my perspective and recommit to joy, to purpose, to service. Now, this isn't a story about my hardship. It's a story about the power of using inner intelligence as a guide to navigate it. Inner intelligence is what gives us the ability to pause, to listen to your guide, not your fear, and to choose the next right move. So, how do we apply this? This isn't a quick fix shortcut. It's a process. It's about rethinking happiness, reframing stress, and finding peace in the fact that nothing is permanent. The first step is simply to trust yourself, to trust your instincts, your inner guide, and whatever you call the divine, to cultivate that blend of moxie and grit to face what's in front of you. This whole channel is dedicated to giving you the tools for that process. It's a culmination of lessons from those ancient philosophers, modern luminaries, and my own journey of turning hardship into transformation. So, if any part of this landed, subscribe, like, comment, not because it helps the algorithm, though, come on, it totally does, but because this movement starts with us. One small act of joy and one share at a time. And your engagement will help us reach more people because we're building something here, something deeper, more than just content, a community of joyful beings, of humans being more. In the spirit of take what is useful and reject what is useless, tell me in the comments, what's one useless rule about happiness that you're ready to reject and let go of? We would love to know and to celebrate you. In some of the upcoming Becoming a Happy and Joyful Being videos, we'll get into the philosophy and tools behind the transformation. But for now, just know this. You're not broken. It's the status quo that wants you to think you are. Together, we flourish. May life be amazing.